This is no money, mo money. This little Lala's latest business venture went belly up. Now he can't even afford a monthly subscription. But he's determined to turn his luck around. With the few extra personal rules forcing me to craft and gather for my items and limiting access to advanced jobs, we're in for quite a ride as we complete everything in the Final Fantasy XIV free trial. We're gonna get started working on the rest of this relic because the game has decided to make this one of the most insane steps imaginable. Hopefully we can make some progress. I'm really locked by my gathering at this point, so I'm gonna unlock the Mastercraft 2 recipe books, which is gonna require a bunch of fieldcraft materia, so I need to craft items to trade for that, to then craft more items to trade for the Mastercraft books. Then hope there's an upgrade in the Mastercraft 2 books for my gatherers to get me even better gathering, to maybe get me the fish I need. If that's possible, then I'll make more progress on the relic. And again, hopefully be able to get most of that done so that by the time it's stream time this Wednesday, I will be ready to move into the last stage of the relic. So one of the ways I thought you could get fieldcraft materia 3s is by trading in these items for them. The problem is every single one of these items requires you to spend fieldcraft materia 3s to craft them, making it like a net negative. The other way that I've heard of online is that you use these. You craft some of these items and you use them to trade in for artisan spectacles. And then you turn around and you desynth the artisan spectacles. Which unfortunately got me nothing interesting there. So now we just have to... Oh, look, I got my first piece of Mastercraft materia. That's actually going to be very useful to me, but not for what I need right now. I just have to desynth a bunch of these. Just tons of artisan spectacles to get myself fieldcraft 3s. Really, what you're supposed to do is buy them for scripts, but unfortunately, collectibles doesn't unlock until middle of Heavensward. So the game apparently doesn't want you to do that at all this early on. Alright, let's just desynth like all of these bridesmaid sandals, because those give me a chance at fieldcraft Demi 3s. I'm getting some Demi 2s and stuff too. I can't get any Mastercraft Demi materia out of this, but at least I don't have to craft items to trade in for these. Of course, this is also using up a lot of my gil, which is unfortunate. I could also just get the Mastercraft 2 books that would have gear in them that I might use. Then I don't need all 16 Mastercraft 2 books. Then I don't need all 16 Fieldcraft 3s. Then I would only need a handful of Fieldcraft 3s just to get a couple of Mastercraft 2s. I could do this. If I get Leatherworker and I get Weaver, that will get me everything I need to craft an upgraded set. Then I can craft basically the best gathering gear that I can craft for all of ARR. Now I should be able to get Leatherworker 2 and Weaver 2, which is not all of the Mastercraft books that I want to get, but it should be enough for me to make, like, a new crafting set with better stats, hopefully, and guaranteed a new gathering set with better stats. You know what? Forget it. I guess we could say this game has finally broken me, so forget it. Is there technically a way in which I can get the tiny, minute increases to my crafting stats to then get the tiny, minute increases to my gathering stats to then get the items I need to get my relic, to then get the pieces I need to craft the iLevel 110 set? Yes, probably, almost certainly, if I look deep enough. I've explored 1,000 avenues. Every one of them is worse than every single one that came before it. I'm caught in the nightmare grind at the end of ARR but before Heavensward, where the developers are just making stuff up off the top of their heads to try and force players to stay invested until Heavensward releases. And I'm done. I'm gonna do the MSQ. I'm gonna move on to Heavensward, craft myself Heavensward level gear, which is much easier to get a hold of, and just beat the stats of all of this post ARR garbage that has stat increases of like 5 here, 4 there, 10 here, whereas all the most basic Heavensward gear I get my hands on for much easier will have increases of like 30, 40 points on it. We're moving on to the MSQ to finish up post ARR. I will see you guys on stream. I love how it started with the idea of, I want to do the Bahamut raids, not realizing what the eye levels for the Bahamut raids were like, and then just spiraled out of control for like 10 straight episodes of me slowly eking out minor stat boosts in the post-ARR gear grind. I've hit stone walls on progression multiple times going through here, and I finally just came to the absolute full-on realization that I'm sitting here in post-ARR, a period where they probably finished... I have no idea. I wasn't playing back then. They probably finished 2.5, 2.55, 2.58, whatever the last ARR update was. And then had a period of 3 months, 6 months, whatever, before they released Heavensward. And they were trying to make players stay invested and keep their subscription going. And so they added these bloated, conflated garbage grinds at the end for minute upgrades of like, yeah, your craftsmanship increases by 2 points if you get this piece of gear that you have to spend 50 hours grinding out the resources for, kind of thing. For like the absolute pinnacle cream of the crop players who want every little tiny minute stat adjustment they can possibly get. Do I know that for absolute certain? No. Does it feel like that with every fiber of my being? Yes, absolutely. I will continue working on these little grinds off stream on my own time, but I'm no longer going to waste a dozen episodes grinding out this nonsense. I'll work on it off stream. I'm going to progress the post-ARR MSQ during stream, and we'll see what I hit first. If I hit the increases in stats that I need to get into the relic grind again, or get into eye level 110 gear or things like that first, I'll go ahead and get into that. If I get to the end of post-ARR MSQ and basically finish up this chapter of the story first, then I'll move on to Heavensward. Oh yeah, everybody's interested in us now. Yeah. Tons of benefactors who suddenly want to support us. And every single one of them has their own ulterior motives that they want to use us for. If we're going to start just selling our services for guild, we might as well just let the syndicate buy our organization out right now. Put all of our trust into the intentions of a kid whose balls haven't even dropped. I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong with this. It's so fun to make fun of pre-Heavensward Alphado. And 7th Dawn must leave Ul'dah. Yep. As long as we're sitting in a Thonolin location, there is some degree to which the Syndicate will just decide they own us, whether we let them or not. We need to just walk away. Be like, forget you, take your building back, we're gone. We can no longer exist in the domain of any one grand company. This is the same token that I think it's stupid that they don't let the Warrior of Light work with all 3 grand companies. Not a lick of sense that the Warrior of Light would be associated with any one individual grand company. Yep, the reason she really doesn't want to leave Ul'dah or whatever is because she thinks her adopted mom's still out there. Kept you away for so long. Imperial's Cave, right? Yeah. As far from you as I could, lest the pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. Learning how to mine is a tiny child. The children crave for the mines, and Flamen will deliver them to it. Mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Eorzea. Affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, yeah. So now the Scions of the 7th Dawn are going public. There we go. Sort of very maelstrom-y, but eh. Grim tidings from Gridania. Oh, is it Moggle Mog then? I love that. Hope the Moggles guard beyond such follies anymore. Or it's like in 1.0 or 1. Whatever, you had to face Moggle Mog as well. I'm gonna lay the smackdown on you, Kupo. Hail to the king, Kupo. If you want to shop smart, shop S-Mart, Kupo. Sorry. The hail to the king just immediately puts me in the mind of only one person.
Hail to the king, baby.
Imminent threat to all Moogle kind. Yeah. An imminent and imminently goofy threat to all Moogle kind. Please, you have to stop them. You mustn't kill them. Gentle, no firm thrashing is in order. Yes, but no. Self cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Moogle mythology. Of Moogle mythology. Although with AI being the way it is, then human, like, pride in idiocy being the way it is these days, some of what you see on Google may as well be mythology. You have selected Regicide. Yes, I have. I often select Regicide. It's one of the fastest solutions, honestly. Thorn March Hard. I'll make sure to have it play on the YouTube video, even though my volume is very low right now. But that's because I don't like to have to fight with it when I'm editing the video and doing cuts. I don't want my audio of like music and stuff bouncing around the song. And unfortunately, my game audio is not separated from my mic audio. Defend the king! Palm Holy. That was quick and easy. Quick and simple. The extreme is a little more difficult. So scary, the Moggle's Guard. Except the definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Yep. It's almost like our definition of what constitutes a primal is completely wrong. Oh no! An Asian is kicking my ass! It's almost like it's right in their name. Uh-oh. Getting drunk. Tiny baby getting drunk again. Yeah, nice try, Minfilia. Good job, Minfilia. You really accomplished a lot there. Oh, no, wait, the opposite. As always, you accomplished basically nothing. Take it, there's no need to explain. Yeah, you saw me get hammered as I walked through the front door, so yep, you know I've seen it all. Walk north. You may choose to follow. That you will be waylaid if you do. Oh well. Asian Conjurers. Wait, are these... Those can't be red masks. No, they have the red markings, but they're all black masks. And grown so twisted my absence is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? Yes. If an emissary is being a bitch, I can lay hands on him all I want. Watch, like, again, she's already been beaten up by someone else again. Come to the seventh heaven in Revenant's Toll. Cool. Tune to it, you may wish to make use of the new Aetheryte. Oh my god, we finally have an Aetheryte. All signatures signed. The Rising Stone is officially yours. Wow, look at these bland, generic gray bricks. It's so beautiful. Like, everyone's faces when they walked in, all like, oh, interesting to the new place. It's like, look at these bland gray bricks. New beginning for the Scions. We declare our Independence Day. Wait, no. A group that's almost half tiny babies is gonna save the future of the world. Build on the stone. A realm awoken. That's good. 2.1 is where I'll go ahead and call it for today.